First of all, before we get tuned up here, me anyway, welcome. It's great that you're here. Most of you look very, very nice. The nice clothes on. It's nice greeting you. If you're from out of town, again, welcome. This is going to get steamed up a little bit. We're all adults here. I'm a professional, and everybody will be able to handle it, okay? Why are the burial cloths rolled up separately? An important historical detail. Because nobody stole the body. As an not a major thief, but as a kid I was a small-time criminal. You'd take the body and run, wouldn't you? You wouldn't take time to unroll it because he resurrected. He wasn't bound by space and time anymore. So the burial cloth just kind of rolled off as he came out. It's a very important historical detail. The disciples themselves did not fully comprehend, much like people who hear my voice right now, including myself at one level, the depth of the truth of the resurrection. I don't know nothing greater in my daytime to think about but the likelihood and the probability, and with God's grace, the possibility of seeing my dead brother, of seeing my father and my grandfather and my grandmother. The resurrection is the central tenet and the heartbeat of the Christian religion. It's not about the money. It's not about priests wailing their authority over people, or someone yelling at you, or gotta go to Mass every Sunday, or the laws. It's about the resurrection. And if we're honest, we came to Mass this morning, who would not want to be resurrected? A couple people, most of you, God bless you. You had to shake my hand on the way in that door. But the earlier Masses, there was a traffic jam, I'll talk about later. We know who caused it, of course. That's an inside joke. You all know who caused it. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, baby. But some people, they scowled. A few, not many. I'll just be honest, but true record. A few people scowled. Hey man, lighten up. Have you been to a children's hospital lately? You have a family member who's been diagnosed with cancer? There's a parent of yours lying on a deathbed. On a natural level, we should just be joyful. If you got health, what did Warren Buffett say? Granted, it's Warren Buffett. I don't need to, this is before he got his money. I didn't need to make a lot of money. Being born in the United States, I already won the lottery. But people aren't grateful very often. They're not. So here's welcome, it's great that you're here. The point of my homily clearly is to strengthen faith and to convince one person here who doesn't go to Mass every Sunday to go to Mass every Sunday. That's my only goal. If I get two, I'll get two. That's fine. So I welcomed you. I want to tell you about Starbucks, because Mitch is here. Mitch, I'm going to pick on you the whole homily. No one turn around and look where Mitch is at. Mitch is a good fella, former New York police officer, a Catholic. He's very honest about it. Father, I don't go to church every Sunday. He came today out of a close friend's invitation and my badgering and insistence. But he's here. And I guarantee you, if you met Mitch after Mass, his memories of growing up in New York and going to Catholic schools and church were fine. Nothing happened to him. He just slowly fell away. He got caught up in the world, life. Hey, I'm guilty. We're all guilty. I'm not wagging a finger at any of you. I know of what I speak because I've done it myself. So at Starbucks, the conversation was with these are my friends now. I have a coffee club that's been going on for 3.5 years. You want to go downtown sometime, get a cup of coffee, or don't get coffee? It ain't about Starbucks or the coffee. It's a table we all gather around and chew the fat. It's a nice community to have. I suggest you make up your own. It's nice to have people you can just jaw with and talk about political events or what's happening here or there, the weather, whatever. So I asked them this question. Am I okay if I feel sad for all the people I know in this town who don't go to church? Is it okay to be sad? They go, yeah, Father. This is your profession. This is your life's calling. It's okay for me to be sad on a day like today. Of course, I'm joyful. I'm extraordinarily hopeful. This is my normal self, by the way. This is not a makeup. There's not a hologram. I'm always high energy, high octane, ready to go. Okay? You got a problem with that? Go talk to my mother. All right? She's still around. So I feel bad about that. I feel bad. I want you to have what Mitch had. I hope Mitch gets back. And so many people sitting next to you have, which is a living faith. And a deep trust that God, in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, has a plan. And He's constantly leading me to a higher consciousness, to a deeper appreciation of my life, and a deeper way to understand the meaning of my life. First metaphor. Everyone knows who works out, because I'm one of those guys. I quit lifting. You know why? I quit lifting about a year ago. I got too big. Okay? I got too huge. UGE, too huge. The tailor called. He's got to stop lifting. So what am I going to do? Find a new sport. So I swim. So, funny little story. So at Starbucks yesterday, we have a state champ in this town. Was it Rizzio? What's her name? Prairie Ridge swimmer? Who knows her name? Rosie? So she was at Starbucks yesterday. I know her, nice girl. And I was bragging. Oh, man, it's a man, huh? I was bragging. I said, well, the other day, I did a 20-minute half mile. 20-minute half mile. She goes, oh, that's interesting. I do an 18-minute mile. Thank you very little. Well, she's a great kid. But anyway, everybody knows this. You all know if you work out. If you don't work out, you know you're supposed to be. Even walking. You know if you work out, it has benefits. But what I'm about to tell you has amazing benefits. One of the days I was in the sauna with this kid Kevin who runs the bus system here. We had 5 suicides in 6 months. You're telling me that in each and every example, and I got a few more, sadly, by other relations and priests I know, probably 10 in 6 months. You're telling me in all 10 of those cases, the absence of faith, or at times the lack thereof, didn't play some role? You don't think that depression and despair in some real way, not chemical depression, but in some real way are not the fullness, but a part, the absence of active faith? You don't think so? I do. I think faith changes everything. I know faith changed me. If you get to meet my Father in heaven, He told me as a young child, if I didn't do what I was doing, this path, I'd be in the penitentiary. You know that. You know that too. I'd be in the penitentiary. I'm positive of it. You guys just got lucky. You didn't have as strong of appetites as I had. But the faith always kept me in. If I went off, I came back. And I'm here to say now, because I know about this. So here's the metaphor. If physicality and working out makes you more energetic, more excited, juice, I'm a big juicer. I don't mean steroids. Someone looked at me funny. No, the big blender thing. The big blender thing. That thing. It works. My friends, doing this every Sunday, it works. It helps us. Next metaphor. Father Simon, I love him to death. I had a pastor's moment. I used to be a pastor. I'm not a pastor. Monsignor's the pastor. According to Father Simon, the third in command. According to Monsignor Hermes quietly, the second in command. So you decide who's the second in command, okay? Just don't go tell Father Simon that, okay? Anyway, Father Simon ran over at 7:30. He ran over so long. Sir, the Mass went over so long. The traffic jam was so bad that I'm sure, I'm not positive, I should say I'm positive, the probability exists that some people who come to church on Easter, just Easter, maybe some of you, they didn't come. He didn't know this was happening. He didn't know this was happening. He couldn't have known this. I know he didn't know this. But I know the probability exists that somebody who wanted to stick their head into a church on this day, for whatever reason, that's your motives, I'm not here to judge you, did not make it to church this day. And it's sad. I'm not blaming him. It's an unintended consequences. Parents, just for 1 second, let down defense mechanisms. You might not see me again. Just let me talk to your conscience. You don't know this. Your behaviors on Sunday have unintended consequences. If Sunday Mass is not a big deal, it's not a big deal. Your children will marry people like them who are not as religious. Every subsequent generation will have less and less and less faith. The resurrection won't be that significant. And that's the metaphor. Father Simon didn't mean to do it. You don't mean to do it. You're in Crystal Lake. You're great people. I see you here and there. Some of you hide from me at Jewel. Some go through my shopping cart at Jewel. It's all fruits and vegetables and seeds. Every once in a while, I'll throw a bag of shrimp in there because you're paying. We have a Jewel. I'm sorry to keep you. Keep laughing. Don't laugh because I'm going to keep going. We have an account with this great little story. We have an account with Jewel Foods. So we used to have to leave the cash register, go to the front desk, and sign. This is true. Father Simon, being black, he didn't want to do that. He's a proud man. He goes, I don't want to do that. They're going to think I'm on welfare. So he said, I ain't on welfare. I ain't doing it. So about 6 months ago, they changed the policy at Jewel. Now we could sign right at the cashier. Father Simon didn't figure it out. So when he did figure it out, it was about a year ago they changed it. 6 months ago, I was getting food from the cashier now, not going to the front desk, and Father Simon found out. He goes, you don't have to go to the front desk no more? No. He goes, take me to Jewel. Let's go Jewel. A kid in a candy shop will not begin to express it. I'm not making this up. You can tell Father Simon. He went right to the chicken wings. He started eating them at the counter. He ran to the deli and cut the line and started ordering meat. The woman got scared. I said, Father. She goes, no, it's okay. Father, and I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. Father Simon and I joke, he knows he can play with people at times in this town, the angry black man. And it works. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Anything else, sir? Anything else, sir? There's like 7 people waiting in line. So, anyway, the story was he got me to get the shrimp. He would get them in the shrimp. So, let's go back to where we are. He didn't mean to do this. People are kept away. How am I going to know about Jesus unless someone tells me about him? And if people think this is a myth, I got news for you. Let me tell you how myths start. Once upon a time, or a long, long time ago, or in a galaxy far, far away from here. This ain't a myth. There's a specific time when he came. Herod is the tetrarch. Pontius Pilate is the governor. They didn't make this stuff up. There were eyewitnesses who ate and drank with him after the resurrection. Those same eyewitnesses, except John the Apostle, they all went to a horrible, torturous death for their belief in the resurrection. Who did that for Zeus? Who did that for Hercules? Who did that for Dionysian? And my friends, this is sad, and no one's catching this at all right now, and I'll lower my voice. People are being murdered right now as you hear my voice because they believe in the resurrection. In parts of the world we can never have thought possible before. And some of us sit on our tailbones and take it for granted. Sunday Mass is a big deal. What do you think they were murdered for in the first 3 centuries for? Hanging out at home and watching TV? Texting? They were going to church. They believed that the bread became the body of Christ, and they risked their lives for it. Why? Because in their calculations and in their value system, ready for this one? It was worth it. I'm going to die from something on this earth. Let it be this. I got in one fight with a Starbucks person. Of all my gang members in Starbucks. Club members, excuse me. Club members. And it's a serious situation. It's a woman who, she's Swedish Lutheran, or I don't know what religion she is, but I got done working out, and she was walking with her husband around the track, a very nice man, and I was, imagine, just a little more hyper than I am right now. After the half mile, a little sauna action, okay? So I said, would you like to come to church with me? It was Sunday. No, we're not going to church. What if I buy you a donut? No. What if I buy you breakfast? No. So she said, and we got into an argument over this. We patched things up. She said to my face, zoomed up as I am on natural life and joy and God and all the gratitude, she goes, save your breath. That's what she said to me. And you know what I said to her? My dear, if I have 4 breaths left in my life that I have to account for, one of them will always be inviting people just like you back to what my mom gave me and the church gave me. Sunday Mass. It's awesome. It rocks. And every time I participate, I get renewed. Father, how many times have you received communion in your life? Over 7,000. But guess what? Today, it's the first time. Because it renews me. It directs me. It consoles me. It gives me empathy. It directs my life mission. Hey, after a good workout, I quit lifting. I used to love lifting because of the endorphins. Get a good pump in. If you know how to lift, you know what I'm talking about, all right? Swimming doesn't give you that. You get a different, it's a different. It's different, okay? I'm adjusting still. Imagine having God's life surge through your bloodstream. Imagine having His mission and motivation placed into your heart. Imagine the eternity of God and His awesomeness living in your soul, where the kingdom truly is. You want this stuff. So how do we finish this? How do we finish? I want to finish this homily. And you want me to finish too. How do we do it? I got an idea. The same way Jesus Christ's resurrection, that tomb wasn't rolled away. That was a big tomb, a stone. The stone wasn't rolled away. The resurrection blew it out. The resurrection blew out the stone. If you wonder what happened to the stone, all of us, including your speaker right here this morning, I got rocks in my heart. I know there's some unforgiveness in my heart somewhere. I got greed in my heart. I got contempt in my heart. I know I got judgment in my heart. You just heard me judge. And I got a lot of humor in my heart too. But here's the idea for you folks, to every Sunday Mass. Let God's resurrection blow the stones right out of your heart. Try something different. Hey, I could have had a V8. I don't want to be 50 years old with cancer sitting on a deathbed. Hey, I could have went to Mass every Sunday. I could have took my kids into the faith. I could have gave them values that last. I could have gave them enshrined principles in them that made them more likely to be good citizens and patriots. So break down defense mechanisms. Hey, I run with the players in this town. There's nothing going on Sunday. There's no alternative to this. This is the best show in town. And it's worship of God. I'm serious. There's nothing going on. You tell me what's going on Sunday between like 7:30 and 12 that I should be at. That's worthy of the Earth Cups column, or whatever the other column is these days. There's nothing going on. You're sitting at home doing nothing. What's so joyful about that? It's laziness. And I see about the health club, and I'm like, go to church. You got half of it right. I get the other half right. So we're going to wind this up. Here's how this ends. Number one, Jesus is alive. I got great news for you. So is my brother, so are your dead relatives. They're alive. They're in this room, spiritually, mystically. They are. I believe that. Hope you believe it. Karen, if you read the papers, 39-year-old kid just was found dead. Tragic circumstances. She lost her other son. I was just with her Saturday. She got faith. Excuse me, Friday. I was with her Friday. She found out Friday morning. Friday in the a.m. at like 1 o'clock, Palatine cops called her. Her son was found, tragically dead. Karen's got faith. She's going to be okay. It's not easy. Brian, I saw Friday. He's got death-dealing cancer. Death-dealing cancer. He's in his 50s. Brian's got a lot of faith. He's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. Under such circumstances, how will we fare? He's alive. Take what I'm giving you. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not selling you anything. I'm trying to elevate consciences, starting with my own, to this incredible plan and incredible life that's been drawn out for us, if we accept it. But I guess the question to you is this, and I'm very serious. Very serious! If you're not going to Mass on Sunday, just talk to me. What do you want? Seriously, what do you want? You want to travel the world? Been there. You want a lot of money? No, I got that too. What do you want? New car? What do you want? So I'm serious. What do you want? You want it all? I got a plan to get it all. Put God first, the rest falls into place. Seek ye first the kingdom. The rest follows. Coach K, I love dropping this one. Could Coach at Duke? Went to my grammar school. St. Helens, 2315 West Augusta. That's right, good friend of mine. In my office, I have a picture of Pope Benedict. I have a picture of John Paul II, shaking hands, and a picture of Coach K. And I say one is the ex-pope. One is a saint. And many people think the other one is God. But Coach K taught me this, and I'm talking right to your heart. Whether you like me or not, that's okay. It's my last shot at you. I'm going to go for it. Some people don't want everything. Coach K taught me that. That's why those 5 kids get on the floor sometimes that aren't the best athletes. They're the best, hardest runners and passers and defenders. They might not have the talent of one of those other guys, but they got the heart. Do you got the heart? Do you even want this? Why are you getting so excited, Father? I'm not going to see these people again. Want me to cry up here for you? Would that work? I would do it. Because this is the most important thing in the world. His resurrection changes everything. If you want this, you can have it. If you want life everlasting and a great life here, I'm not asking you to give up anything. You don't have to write a check. You don't ever have to stop anything right now. You just got to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. And make an attempt. Monsignor said it best. People who can make 7 weeks of Mass, it'll become a habit for you. And you'll love it. So here's a conclusion. I wrote it down. So, okay. Let us Christians mark this day. Let's mark this day. You're here. You came here. You didn't know it was going to be me. You came here. You met some crazy priest who loves his priesthood, and he gave you a lot of, he was yelling at you, he was laughing, he was making fun of that black guy. All kinds of stuff happened here today. A lot happened here today. And I'm sure someone right now is getting a little tight and like, did you just say that? No sense of humor, can't liven up. Come on. What did he say? What is Bill Murray's line? Francis, lighten up. Life's too short. Come on. Oh, the bishop's going to call me. What did you say? Oh. I'm not worried about that anymore. My life's expendable too. So is yours. So here it is. Let's mark this day. You're here. Let's mark this day Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. If you read the Gospel, it was the first day of the week. It was Sunday. He started creating on Sunday. Then he rested on Saturday. But he rose from the dead on Sunday. So the first day, Sunday, is now the Lord's Day. It's Sunday. Let's mark it. And I want to see you next Sunday. Until the Lord comes back again. And he will come back again. And I don't want to sing a song from New Orleans, but I hope I'm counted in that number. Happy Easter.